dance floor.
Come on!
Hey guys, it's Shock here bringing you a doubles battle from the T-Flare League. It was versus Infected. It was actually the first battle I'd done in a few weeks after I got done doing the whole two-job thing and getting my life settled back down and getting back to what it was like before working two jobs. So anyways, I'm going to lead off with CPU and Shock Y'all, and he's going to lead off with Polytoad and Kingdra. Obviously, it is Trick Room versus Rain Dance, a battle of two of the teams that definitely thrive in the doubles format. So anyways, he's going to Toxic my Shock Ya, as I go straight for the Charge Beam after he substitutes Kingdra. And this is off a live orb Charge Beam. I'm like, Thunderbolt probably would have almost killed that thing. So I go with my Trick Room on my CPU, and I set the Trick Room up, and it's like, haha, time to wreak havoc. Also, the song is from Ace Combat Assault Horizons. The song is called Gotta Stay Fly. It's the OST of it. So anyways, he's going to switch out his Polytoad, and now he's going to go on to Ferrothorn. I was like, excellent play on your part, mate. But I've got a surprise move for you on the next turn. After the Thunder Wave still does a pretty decent bit. And I go for the Charge Beam on Kingdra. I'm like, come on! Break this up. Doesn't break this up. And no boost either. And then he outrages. I'm like, oh! I was like, oh no! You know, like, I don't know voice. It's like, oh god. Anyways, after he munches on his leftovers, and Kingdra munches on his leftovers, and I suffer the toxic damage now, I'm gonna go straight for the after he gyro. Oh, like, whoa, he gyroballed me. He's faster. Okay then. I'm gonna go for the flamethrower, and it's like surprise move. And if Rain wasn't up, he would have probably died to that. But I get the burn, and I'm just like, oh yeah, LOL. Scored the burn. And I go for the Ice Beam, because I was like, I really gotta get rid of this thing. And he outrages me, and I'm like, no, 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 Shock Ya. Thanks. I'm like, oh crap. That sucks. I'm not in a horrible position right now, but that really sucks, because that thing can really get out there and sweep. So now I'm going to go on to Biolante, Godzilla reference, and he's going to Elite Seed my CPU. I'm like, oh, fan-friggin-tastic. So I'm just going to Power Whip that Kingdra to break its sub, and I'm just like, oh yeah, Adamant, Brave, Life Orb, lots of attack investment. Definitely takes him out. So I figured the Ice Beam and take him out, and he outrages me, and I take that pretty decently, because you know, friggin' Tangro's got it's got pretty good defense, you know, and I don't think I've really put any defense investment in it. I might have put special defense investment, but that's about it. So he goes on to Tornadus now, and I go for the Rock Slide, because I know I can do about half the Tornadus, but I end up doing over 2/3. I'm like, dang, son, to do the Ice Beam and take out that Tornadus. I'm just like, boom, because I know what he would have done. Hurricaned me. That would have not been good. That would have been pretty bad, actually. So I think now, yeah, Trick Room runs out. I'm like, crap, 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 not good. Gotta get it back up. And I left Biolante in to take the Bug Buzz and, you know, fodder it off, because I kind of wanted to get another Pokemon in there and get Trick Room set up before, you know, I don't want to get someone to take damage already. So I get the Trick Room set up now, and I'm like, alright, now I can go out into that other Pokemon I was just getting ready to talk about. And that Pokemon is going to be my Death Star, my Glaceon. I'm like, okay, I can go on to Glaceon, Ice Beam that Galvantula and take it out. So I go for the Charge Beam on Kingdra, and I get that special attack boost. I'm like, oh yeah! And then I go for the Ice Beam on Galvantula, and I take Galvantula out, and I'm just like, oh yeah? Trick Room's wrecking the crap out of this. Well, it's really doing some damage to that Drizzle. I want to call it Rain Dance. Drizzle team. And at this point, I'm like, I have to recover, because CPU won't be able to take another hit like that. So I go for the recover, and I get up to about 268 HP, and I go for the Ice Beam on Kingdra just to break its sub, because I know he's probably thinking I was going to double team on his wall buff it. And he goes to the Waterfall on CPU, and it, you know, does about 50%, not 50%, about 50% of what I recovered, something like that. So he goes for the Mirror Coat, and that fails, obviously, because I know I'm not touching a wall buff it till the end. I'm going to make sure it's like the last Pokemon out there. So I go for the Charge Beam on Kingdra. Doesn't take him out, but the Ice Beam with a crit does. I don't really think that crit mattered. It might have. But oh well, another Mirror Coat fails. So now he's going to go back out into Polytoad, and I'm just like, Charge Beam, I miss. I'm like, ... are you serious? So I go for the Shadow Ball on Polytoad, because it's Shadow Ball, Water Pulse, Ice Beam, and Wish on this And, you know, like, obviously I can't do anything, really touch that thing besides Shadow Ball, and he Toxics me. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm probably going to, yeah, I'm going to die now from the combination of Leech Seed and Toxic. So, Trick Room is gone again. So now I'm going to go on into Ghastly Yo to get my Trick Room back up. I know with a Trick Room, doubles Trick Room team, you probably should have 3 Trick Roomers, but I carry 2. Because if you play it smart, you should be able to keep at least 1 throughout the entire battle. And I go for the Shadow Ball on Polytoad, and I get the Special Defense drop. And I'm like, wow! And then I get my Trick Room up. I'm like, well, that Special Defense drop didn't really matter. I mean, I could have killed it anyways. So, Polytoad's obviously a goner. So I go for the Shadow Ball on it. Shadow Ball. Shadow Punch. Okay, Shadow Punch. And then I go for the Ice Beam. I probably should have went for the Shadow Ball. Would have done a lot more to wall buff it. But because of how Mirror Coat works, I am going to lose my Death Star now. There's really no way around it. So, after I munch on my leftovers, and he munches on his leftovers, I'm going to go out into my Rhyperior now, named Beastly, and set up the finishing moves. So I'm going to Swords Dance here because I do carry the Mega Horn, and I'm like, I just want to be able to completely annihilate this thing. And I go for the Will-O-Wisp, but I'm just like, ha, yeah, I can status you all day long. And he goes for the counter, and obviously that fails. He probably was predicting a Shadow Punch. Me to live that Shadow Punch, and then, you know, etc. Considering I'm down to my last 2 Pokemon now, I think, yes. And I go for the Mega Horn, and that is going to completely obliterate that wall buff it. So good game, Infected guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you like today's song's choice. And definitely go check out the T-Player League. And I'll leave you guys with the rest of the song. Peace.